Yes, I. Welcome to Christadelphia. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself at this time. This is Black Sun. Tell me what's going on, as Marvin Gaye asks. When you look around today, you see that things are not the way they used to be. In your neighborhood, I don't care where you live at, in any metropolitan city, you will look around and see that your neighborhood is looking different now. There's stores built, homes tore down. They are redeveloping a new city as we speak, especially here in the city of Philadelphia. You see that your hood is being taken over, not by gangsters, by contractors and and real estate people. But anyway, excuse me. So when you look around and you see the weirdness of what's going on, you know, I know that I may seem to be weird to the average individual or the average common mortal, but even I say there's something weird going on. It's a feeling that a lot of people have right now. A lot of people can't really put their finger on it. A lot of people might have a lot of pieces to the puzzle. And today we're going to bring some clarity to what's going on. And the more you ask what's going on, the more it makes you want to say, ay, 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 ay. You feel me? Shoot a beat up, shoot a beat up. Scene. Now, I had to make sure you guys were still paying attention. You already know. Yes, I give thanks to Her Imperial Majesty, Holy Omega I. Seen the Mother of Mothers, the Mother of all gods. Seen the Mother of the Trinity. Now, the stone of the day, which I can't even really call a stone, but we're going to label it a stone for now. But anyway, the jewel of today, for a lack of better words, is amber. See? Amber. Hold on one second. Bam. All right. Amber is a tree resin, just like maple syrup, you know, or like frankincense. You can actually burn amber just like you would burn frankincense. Excuse me. A lot of people wear amber oils like amber white and sweet amber and this amber. Well, this is the real deal. You can't get more realer than of an amber than this. This is the real deal. Now, this is amber's little baby brother. They actually call it baby amber. It's also called copal or copal, however you want to pronounce it. You say tomato, I say tomato. Now, copal can be burned as well, just like frankincense. Now, so it's a resin that has been sitting around for a long time. Is a little bit older than frankincense. Seen, but anyway, amber is a stone for manifestation and helping individuals um, manifest their desires. Uh, Amber is a stone for the law of attraction. You know, how to materialize your desires. See, now, Amber as well is also a good stone for helping you tap into the memory of the planet and the things that went down on this planet. Remember, they say the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Seeing, and they say that she's alive. So Mother Earth's alive, the stones are alive, the trees are alive, the streams, the lakes, all of these things are alive. And other cultures in the past have deified the energy of the streams and the lakes, and they deified the energy of the ocean and, you know, nature, period. So Amber helps one tap into the nature around the individual that's using the stone. So for those who like to, you know, talk to trees or whatever the case, whatever type of nature work you do. So this stone is definitely a good stone to take out to nature with you when you want to really get in tune with the source itself. Seeing, so if you want to get to the source, you must go to the source directly. Seeing, me, I'm a middleman myself. You know what I mean? You don't really need a middleman. You know, you don't need a priest or whatever the case may be, a third party. And we are so used to gathering information from books, from Google, and from YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that because you're on YouTube right now. But to really truly gain insight from nature herself, Amber is one of those stones that you can also use to tap into past life energy, or for those who do past life work. That's the stone that you need. It's the stone of the past, but it helps you understand and understand it now. Yes, this is the same Amber from Jurassic Park, as I said before, where they found the little mosquito trapped in a piece of amber, and they extracted the DNA from the mosquito, and then they used that DNA to create the dinosaurs, and there goes your Jurassic Park. So, like I always tell you guys, ask Rastaman if I'm trying to kick knowledge. No, I'm trying to show you some things that you can apply. Seeing everyone is kicking knowledge, and that's cool. But if it's not applicable, then it's despicable. I don't know. I just made that up. I had to think of something that rhymed with that. But anyway, if it don't apply, then let it fly, as they say. See? So, for those time travelers, for those who like to, you know, go back and get up out of this time continuum, and for those who are battling with time, period, because we are going through a little time war right now. See? So, they want to know what's going on. So, we had to bring the Amber out so that the Amber can explain to the people what's really going on. So I'm gonna make it simple for you guys. For years and years and years and years and years, indigenous people have used substances like mushrooms, herbs, and spices and roots to help them unveil the third dimension. So they use certain plants and certain psychoactive roots and plants and things to help them see into the spirit world. Ritualistically, through their past, through their rites of passage and all of those customs that come along with their culture, they combined this with their spirituality and their cosmology. It was all connected. See, they weren't just getting high. See, so I say this to say, for thousands, excuse me, for thousands of years, indigenous people have been using substances to help them unveil the third dimension. Excuse me. So, at this time, they've been using our yearn to leave this third dimension to keep us trapped here in this third dimension as well. And we're going to really get into that. But shout out to my man Imanel, because he actually inspired me to actually reason with you guys tonight. Seen, only because I seen him tonight. He's like, "Yo, you gonna make a video tonight?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "You know what? We're gonna reason tonight." Seen, so every generation, they have a different method on how they're going to, pretty much deceive that generation and destroy that generation. When I say they, I don't mean any type of race. I'm just saying an entity, a force. The oppressor has, the oppressor comes in many different colors and races. So, every generation has a different method being used to, I would say, distract that generation, per se. So this generation is being distracted by electronics and gadgets. Now, back to the herbs and the roots and the. I know you questioning why am I bringing this up? Back in the day, people used coca leaves, right? I never seen a coca leaf in my life, but if I ever had the choice to use an actual coca leaf, or to use some type of some drug or some chemical made substance, I would choose the coca leaf in its natural form. And I would probably use it ritualistically because that's just my nature, seeing. Somebody could have a whole bag of coca leaves and I wouldn't even know it was coca leaves. I'd throw it in the trash like it was, somebody raked their lawn up or something. But anyway, the point is, a lot of black people and indigenous people get high on all types of substances. Pills, wet, alcohol, syrup, lean, all of that, you know what I mean? The list goes on and on. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to put things in perspective and to let you know what's going on. You know, when they ask what's going on, so we be like, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. See? So, even to be on that vibration, that brother had to been on something. Anyway, now, you're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running and you're running away. You're running and you're running, but you can't run away from yourself. You can't run away from yourself. Listen, they are killing the ghetto youth with these Percocets and these Xannies. And my heart goes out to a few individuals who I'm not going to bring up, who are suffering from this pharmaceutical setup. See? And I'm not here to judge anybody. I just know that people use these substances because inside of their DNA, their ancestors were using certain substance to tap into the spirit world. And today, most people subconsciously feel like this third dimension is some bullshit, and there are different levels to this shit, as Meek says. And since we are multi-dimensional beings, our spirit yearns to be free. And this system, or this paradigm, this matrix is designed to keep you locked down inside of your reptilian brain. We've reasoned about this before. Now, they're killing the ghetto youth off with these Percocets and Xannies and the K2 and such because the ghetto youth, them spirit, yearns to be free, for one, and their spirit knows that it's something wrong. Everybody feels that it's something wrong. It's just that everyone ignores it. And when you ignore, it's called ignorance. See? So, this feeling that we all have, the feeling like, have I been here before? And all these other things, is this all a dream? Or I noticed that many people have very similar questions, meaning that we all collectively ponder on the same things at times. See? So, you want to know what's going on? I'm going to say it plain. At this time, we are collectively agreeing on this fuckery. This paradigm exists based upon our collective agreement on this. We always have to sign off on this fuckery. So they use their science to get us to sign off every time. So we should be more mad at ourselves for signing off on certain agreements than the individual who deceived us into making the agreement. You always got to read the small words at the bottom of the paper. Now, sorry for having the camera on tilt for a second. I know you got like, why camera on tilted like that? What's wrong with the booth? Sorry for that. Good thanks. So for those who truly want to know what's going on, sadly, my brothers and sisters are using substance to run away from themselves instead of using substance to help them tap into them higher selves, help them tap into their guardian angels and guides and things of that nature. So they use deception to get us to collectively agree on their agenda. So if you ever do hear me speak about their agenda or whatever the case may be, I also try to bring forth a solution or a method that you can use so that this has nothing to do with you, because now you're in tune with the one, the force itself, and now you're in tune with your higher self. See, and what you perceive to be divine, not what I perceive to be divine. That's the most important thing. See, now, we all have been guilty of running away from ourselves. And what's going on right now, at one point they said, oh, hey, the government's shutting down. They're like, all right, yeah, whatever. Then Donald Trump says, you know what, we're going to shut the government down. Bang. So what they did, here's the ritual. They got everybody to collectively agree for them to stay on the throne by begging for the government to come back. Hey, it's like begging to be governed over again. It's like, slavery's over, guys, and people are begging for the slave master to whip them again. So they had to use some type of trickery for us not to see that the slavery was over, so that they can convince us to be governed by them again by having us beg for the federal government to come back and whip us in our ass again. And that's cool. I'm not mad at the federal government. If I was to be mad at anyone, I should be mad at the people. Someone should get smacked. Oh my God, they shut down the government, the federal. Do you even know what federal means? You are now in tune. Now, I'm not mad, guys. I'm just enlightened. See, I could be wrong, but, the first rule of this is self-preservation. Every individual has this thing in them where they have to survive for their life. So I can't get mad at an organism that's trying to survive, because that's what all organisms do. But as us being, so-called humans, we have the gift to use more than our reptilian brain. Even animals can see things in other dimensions. So, here's the trick. Like we've been reasoning before, the devil reign is over. That 7,000 years is over. But they had to use certain tricks to get us to collectively agree on making this exist. It's all about us. Because if you didn't know, the government is we the people. So if you ever want to know who rules this and who has all the energy, it's we the people. So they always have to get we the people to collectively signed off. Seen? So we the people are held accountable. And no one wants to be held accountable. Everyone wants to blame it on the system. But that's a whole nother story. If anything, all right, blame it on me. They need Donald Trump. Blame it on fucking Donald Trump. That's why they threw him in there. He's the guy that the world blames the world for being fucked up. For all these years, the world's been fucked up. But now, just blame it all on Donald Trump. You know, I'm not for Donald Trump or against him. But I know that, you know, these are all actors. And I've been saying this for eons now. So, make sure you get into your spirituality at this time, and how do you get out of this time continuum that they're trying to keep? How do we make the jump into the true time continuum collectively if we keep collectively agreeing on the false one? Well, at another time, we're going to build on that, you know, because that's a deep subject matter, you know. And this ain't a lecture. We're just reasoning. You know, I'm just putting this out there for you to find your own method. You already know. If you inscribe divine thoughts, you will have divine thoughts. The sad thing is hard to find the right words in English to translate divine thoughts, because thoughts be so divine and language is so filthy. You know, sometimes there is no word in this filthy language for certain vibrations. You already know. So with that, Namu Ama, Namu Ama, Namu Ama. Though I try to find the answers to all the questions they ask, I know it's impossible to go live into the past. But somebody's been trying to travel to the past to manipulate the now. But everything will be counteracted. Cause and effect. So while they're talking about the Mandela effect, they should be talking about the Mandela cause. When you understand the cause, you will understand the effect and how to change the effect. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself.